Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a whole new episode. Checking in with Brando. Today, I got a special guest. Like you might not realize it, but she's athletic. She's always entertaining. I'm a girl, Leah. How you doing?
Hello, I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm feeling pretty good in myself. How you been?
I've been good. Just school and work.
Okay. That's smooth. That's smooth. How's it feel to almost be done?
I'm ready. I'm so excited. I got one more term session, so I'm ready for these 8 weeks. Walk the
Okay.
stage.
That's smooth.
Right. I don't know how I feel about it. Like I'm not worried. I'm just ready to be done. Ready to be done.
Okay. That's smooth. That's smooth. Do you got like some of your next moves like lined up?
Honestly, I don't know which direction I'm gonna go in, but I got a plan A and a plan B, but I don't know which one to choose right now. I'm thinking about grad school, and I might just stay at home and work for a year, but if I go to grad school, I might go down south closer to my family and try to attend an HBCU for
Ooh.
grad school. So that's my plans. I don't know which direction I'm gonna go. It depends on how I finish school at this point. Because if I finish school strong, then I'm gonna go on and go to grad school. But if I don't, I'll probably just stay at home and work and save my money so eventually I can move.
Okay, that's smooth. What made you think about going to HBCU?
I don't know. A strong factor to that is playing basketball again.
Mm,
I walked on last year, so I'm like, if I could walk on there, I'm pretty sure I can go to HBCU and walk on a team down there and just get, extra 2 years, maybe 1 year playing ball some more. Because I'm not ready for it to be done. I'm
yeah.
watching all these high playing, all these college teams playing. I'm like, I still got it. Like, so
Okay.
I know. So we'll see.
Okay. What you miss most about the game?
Uh, what I miss most, just the intensity and just like being on a team where, you can feel like one. I like that. I like the having chemistry between people.
Mm,
I like the most. I like the chemistry. I like feeling like I belong to a second family. I like that. That's fun to me. I don't know, but like listening to music and everything, I be hearing in the songs like another day, like every day is another chance. And I'm like sometimes like what I used to feel like when I did like right now, I this year I didn't play basketball. So it's like at the beginning stage, I was just like, oh my God, I won't be able to play again. Like this is the end. I didn't end on my terms the way I wanted to. And it was no positive talk for me. But now I got a lot of positive thoughts and positive talks. And it's like, I'm only 22. And then watching these college sports, I see people my age playing still. Definitely with COVID coming, everybody got an extra year, extra 2 years. And it's like, you can do that. Like, you're holding yourself back at this point. Like, you're holding yourself back. So I'm gonna try to get back in the game.
okay, you
Yeah.
gotta go do that, man, because what you saying like every day is a new opportunity, a new chance to go do something. Remind me of a quote I heard Jay Prince say. Like he said, each morning you wake up, you have a chance and a choice. And it's like, bro, like that is so real. And it's like, why not, go out there and do the things you want to do.
Exactly. Exactly. Don't limit yourself at all.
Man, that's so true. Like my friend Chris, like I remember one time he told me, man, like the sky's the floor, because a lot of people like to say the sky's the limit, but he's like, nah, man, the sky's the floor. So like just go for it all, because like enough people gonna tell you to play it safe because they played it safe. But it's like there's no joy in playing it safe, And it's like, how can you really say you're the best version of yourself if you never push yourself to your limits?
Absolutely. Yo.
Yeah,
You be holding back
that's
to
facts.
stay. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. So like, how did you fall in love with the game in basketball? Like, when did that happen?
Yeah. I fell in love with the game when I would say like kindergarten, honestly. So my uncle coached this team, and me and some of the younger siblings would go and watch them practice. And so it was kind of like, I don't know what word, but it was kind of like, play basketball. That was the family thing. So after that, after kindergarten, I played with this children league in third grade, and that coach ended up being my coach till like senior year in high school. Like he became my AAU because he had a daughter my age. So eventually he recruited me and then recruited more and more kids throughout the year, and we became a team in seventh grade. And ever since then we played till senior year in high school, and we traveled a couple places to play some games, and it was just very fun. And that's how I fell in love with the game. I remember missing days where it was nice outside as a little kid, and I'm like, man, I gotta go practice 6 to 8 o'clock. I hated it. Them the best hours during the summer and during the springtime, 6 to 8. But it was funner being around the same people almost every day, and they became my sisters. So that made me fall in love with the game. It made my life very scheduled, and it became a positive. It became a positive thing that affected me because it got me to college, and I was good at it. So it made me feel whole. Basically my passion. That's why I got to get back in the game, because it was my passion.
Man, like, what did you learn about yourself in the year you took off from playing the game you love?
Good question. Good question. What I've learned about myself is that I'm a very scheduled person. I like being able to get up in the morning and do this, do that, get a lot of things done and feel good about it. This year, the beginning of this year, not 2022, but the beginning of the school year, it had been, I became regular. I became a regular person, and I did not adjust well. I was just like, what is this? Like, I'm not with basketball, at least you get to practice the lead up to games. And these games can lead up to a conference tournament, which can, get you into somewhere else. Like you get a reward at the end of the day. Like you get a win, you get a dub. With living a regular life, with school, you take classes and everything, but really that's leading up to your degree, which is like a long-term reward. And like work, you get money, but if you got bills, that money is just gonna go away like that. Like I just learned that, this is, if I'm gonna live life every day, I want to live life where I'm working towards something I'm passionate about. I just don't want to work. I don't want to live a regular life without getting something out of it. That's what I learned. Like without basketball, what is my passion? What is my passion? I'm still learning that to this day. I don't know what my passion is other than basketball. So if I don't got basketball, I need to find something different that's going to help me get through every day, being the best version of myself, honestly.
Ooh, man, that's so true because like I remember about me, like after me and Justin graduated and like I was done with football, I kind of realized like, damn, like I really did enjoy like training, not necessarily practice, but like training leading up to practice, getting in shape and staying in shape throughout the whole off season, and being ready to say, all right, when I come back to camp, like I know I'm about to kill him with this move. I've been working on this route with this release, like it's about to go crazy, and like I didn't realize like how hard I'm really willing to work at something because like I probably never really did that outside of football. I never really had to outside of football. you know, because like with classes and stuff, it's like you don't necessarily have to get straight A's as a student athlete, but it'd be nice, yeah. But it's like as long as you're eligible, that's all that matters. You know, you still be able to play and
Right.
this and so forth. So it's like, damn, like when I was without football, I was like, damn, what else am I gonna work hard at? You know, like what am I gonna let consume me? You know, and
Because
then
that.
yeah, cause like I had like kind of like that it was kind of like an emptiness, but I wasn't completely empty. It was just like, dang, like I could feel that something was missing, like something wasn't there. You know, because I'm used
Mhm.
to training, I'm used to going to the rec, I'm used to being on the jug machine or being on the field, running routes and this and so forth. But it's like now it's like I don't have a reason to run routes. I don't have a reason to catch extra passes and this and that. So it's like, shit, like what do I do now? You know?
Right, right. That builds confidence too, because like, it's gonna pay off. All that stuff is gonna pay off at the end of the day. So, yeah, I understand. That's exactly how I'm feeling. I'm feeling emptiness, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, but it's okay to feel that because it's been part of you so long, and
Mhm.
that's another thing. Like it's okay to feel this way. It's okay to feel that way. Like it just been a part of my life, my majority of my life. So of course it's gonna feel weird.
Yeah.
But
Mhm. I know, like for me, like it took me like a year and a half, almost two, just to get back to a sense of normalcy of feeling like, all right, I know what I want to do next. Like I know like what I'm passionate about and like something that I really love doing. You know, and that's like recording and stuff, like recording different podcast episodes with Justin and recording different episodes with whoever. You know, and it's like, all right, now I found that thing that I can give my all to and really like work towards building up, you know, because like with football, like I remember not being the best, but like working out and training to get to a point. I'm like, oh, okay, like I'm pretty decent, you know, and it's like, all right, I'm pretty good, cool. But then like not knowing like where to put that grind and effort is like, damn, I was kind of lost for a second. But like now knowing that I have recording like a podcast and like the network, like, all right, this is what that is going towards, you know, and this is what I'm working towards getting better at every day.
right, right. That's good and motivational.
Just a little bit, you know, because oftentimes like when a lot of people graduate, they don't tell you, at least when a lot of student athletes graduate, yeah, you get like those speeches like the start of the school year where all the athletes on campus show up to the field or whatever, and you get that motivational speaker like, be ready for what's next or like be in the now and this and that. But then like you don't realize like how quick like you just listen to like how you have to really apply it to your life, you know, and
Yeah,
like these speeches are like really trying to work you and help you become like the best version of yourself post college, you know, because I know a lot of people like when they're done after they graduate, they go through if you don't know what's next and you don't have anything lined up, like it's like you feel kind of lost, like, wait, what? Like what am I doing? You know, like
yeah,
some people like like for some athletes, like say like you go to a D1 school or you go to a nice school, whatever, like you're used to spend all your time on campus and everybody back home like, oh, stuff like this person is gonna make it, they're gonna do something, this and that. And then just to come back to that same place, like with just a degree, it's like, damn, like I didn't see the world, I seen what the world had to offer, but I have to come back to this, you know?
yeah. Right. And that's exactly kind of like why I want to attend the HBCUs. Like I want to go to HBCU because I want to like expand my view too. Cause I always been up here north. I've never went down there and experienced, I visit, but I've never been down there. So that's another thing. Like I wanna, and that would be the perfect time too, because I've never done that before, and I'll be a graduate, so
Mhm.
I'll feel like I'll be okay. But you absolutely right. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So like what's something you looking forward to learning when you go down south?
Being okay, being comfortable with being uncomfortable. That
Mm,
I don't step out of my comfort zone often. So this would be a big step out of my comfort zone. So that will be a big step for me. I'm ready for change. But I don't know how I'll do with going down there and being in a primarily Black environment. And that's bad that I say that as a Black person, but being up north, you don't see that often. So I'm ready for that too. Like I'm ready for that too.
I want you to dive deep in that, because I usually hear about, oh, like there's a Black person being used to being around Black people, but like not being used to being around white people. But it's like in Iowa, like you kind of like around it all the time, so you don't really see other Black people like that. So dive deep into that. I want to hear you talk about
that. Okay. So I have a friend that I went down to Texas Thanksgiving with my family, and we visited, and we went to a basketball game at my cousin's college, and it's a HBCU. It's called Paul Quinn College, and we were watching a basketball game, and I see my friend on the other team. We didn't even know she was going to be playing them, and we was like, oh my goodness, Trey just playing. So after the game, we said hi to her and everything, and we ended up just meeting her at her hotel and hanging out with her, and like we got to just see her teammates, and it was just awesome. Me growing up north, like you said, like we are around usually white people. Like it's just a mixture. It's more diverse here, kinda, I would say. I don't know. But just seeing her teammates, and her whole team was Black. Just seeing her teammates and them interacting, it's just like the teams that I've been on, they have been diverse, but I've never been on a primarily Black team. And it was awesome to see how many different personalities, you know? And I don't know, like, I feel like, and this is my own opinion, I feel like if I get around majority of Black people, I might be judged. But I also feel that way around white people as well. Like if I'm the only Black around white people, I feel like I'm a judge. I'll be judged. Oh my goodness, my voice is cracking. But I don't know how to explain it. Like I'm so used to being on a team of equal Black and whites. I've never been on a team with just Black people. And I think I'll fit in good, but I tend to overthink sometimes. And I don't know. I just feel like a little part of me would feel like I wouldn't be accepted, because I'm not very, I would say, outgoing person. I'm very soft-spoken, I would say. Very soft-spoken, and sometimes being quiet or like, not saying too much, people may think, oh, she thinks she's better than people, or she's judging us because she's not trying to fit in. And I don't, it's just, I'm a very not self-centered, but like I'm to myself until you come to me and be like, oh yeah, we're cool. Like I can hang with you. I don't got no problems with you. Like, then I'm cool, but like, I'm not really an outgoing person to step first. And I don't know. I don't know.
I get what you're saying, because like for me, like there's been times where I feel like, oh, like I want to live around nothing but Black people, like my fellow Black brothers and sisters and stuff like that, but then like I want to avoid all the drama and this and that. But like you get caught up in these different situations. Like it's been like times where like, all right, I've gotten like these looks by the police. I got police driving by and this and that for no reason. Like I'll just be like at the field or like at a track, like just running around, but then like the police will come and just sit there and just watch me. Like, what? Like, this is really happening? Like, are you serious? Like, this how you spending your time? And I'm like, man, fuck F this. And then I'm thinking this in my head. And I'm like, bro, I hate that to live in a world like this. But then every other time I'm like, go out and then like getting followed, and I see like, oh, like this person's trying to line me up. But it's like, bro, like, how can a Black person try to line me up and try to mug me and this and that? I'm just like you, But then like on the other half, like if I move to the suburbs and this and that, I get police following. I got these neighbors looking at me weird, like I've done something wrong. But it's like, damn, like how do I coexist in either space?
Yes, yes, yes. That's exactly how I feel. Like I don't know. I've never been in an environment where, yeah. So I don't know. That's why I want to experience, because majority of the time it is, you're thinking it's worse than what it really is, honestly. Majority of the time. You're overthinking, thinking it's worse than it really is. But if you go there, you're like, oh, that's not that bad. It's not bad at all. You were just overthinking. So at least you got to, at the end of the day, give it a try and you'll see if it's for you or not at the end of the day.
That's true. That is so true. Because like there's been moments I'm like, all right, I'll catch myself. I'm like, okay, I'm tripping right now. Like I'm just thinking too much. It's like, all right, drink some water, take a deep breath. Like you're doing too much.
Right. Yeah. Agree.
So like how do you practice like catching yourself when you're overthinking, or like to work on not overthinking?
That, honestly, that has been my biggest challenge this year, just overthinking, because at the beginning of the school year, I just felt very rushed. Like, oh my God, you got 4 terms till you graduate. You need to get it. If you don't get it done, you're going to spend another long semester in school, or yeah, just too much. Are you going to live on campus? No, you don't want to live on campus. You want to live at home. Just everything piling on top of me. And I was just thinking about it all at once and not taking a step by step. And I would say now what I do to stop myself from overthinking, I just tell the little voice to shut up. Literally, I just like, stop talking. It's not that big of a deal. Stop talking. I just tell it to go away at this point. At this point, I just tell it to go away. And I try to handle things right then and there, because that's all you have to do is try to write it down or plan or do what you need to do right away. Like I had some bills with the school. As soon as I got the money, I paid it off. I had some, I had many bills and I just paid them off right away so I wouldn't have to worry about them later. And just with my school, I stayed on top of things. That way, there's no chance of me failing at the end of the day. There's no chance of me failing because I'm staying on top of them right away. And just when a thought comes to my head that I need something done, I either get it down or I set a reminder for myself to get it done. That way I don't worry about it, because when you get caught up into too much, you're not going to get it done. You got to do it one step at a time. So that little voice in my head that'd be like, oh my God, you're not going to get this done. It doesn't make anything better by worrying about it. So get it done right then and there.
Yeah, that's so real. And it's like something that helped me like along my life journey or whatever. Is like my guy Corey, and he's telling me like, bro, like just take things day by day, brick by brick. And it's like it's really just that simple, because you think like sometimes I catch myself thinking like 3 years down the line, like thinking about all these what ifs and this and that. But it's like, bro, just deal with today, deal with right now, and right now is what's gonna make tomorrow. So just deal with right now. That's all. Just stay in the moment, man.
There's this picture I like, and it's like, it's 3 circles, and it's like, focus on the present. Don't worry about the past or the future right now. Focus on the present. And I really like that, because if you don't focus on the present, then what comes in the future is not going to be the outcome you want, because you're not focused on the present. If you focus on the future, then that's going to rush you. That really is going to rush you. And if you focus on the past, you can't change the past. So you shouldn't worry about that. You need to focus on the present, because it's going to get you what you want in the future.
Yeah, like that's so true. And it's like when you're so locked into the future and this and that, you start to rush your own process, and that's when things start to get sloppy and out of whack.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, because I remember like I was watching an interview, like a Jay-Z interview, and he was talking about something. He was like, man, like don't rush your process. whatever your process is, like, do it. Take your time, and it's gonna come out how you want it to come out. Because he was talking about like how one is like his second album or whatever, he didn't like how it came out because he knew it wasn't true to himself and he rushed the whole process. You know, he's like that felt like a failure to him, even though like a lot of people like the album, this and that. We said it just didn't sit well with him. And he said he just learned just like don't rush himself and never rush the process.
Absolutely. Very true. Very true. Because like you said, it'll get sloppy. It'll get sloppy if you rushing it because you're not taking your time to think and process everything that you want put into it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's facts.
Yeah.
That's facts. So like, with you making your return to basketball, like, how does it feel like knowing like you had this huge like TikTok presence and you can really be able to monetize that?
So honestly, I said to myself, one of my ideas is I think I'm gonna give my TikTok a rest. That's one of maybe I'm gonna like private it and just give my TikTok a rest because I don't want I just know like basketball occupies you and it might I'm create a different account or anything or something. I just don't know how I'm gonna use TikTok with that. So I don't want that to be like me. I want to create not even create a different image for myself. It's just I don't want to be, oh, that TikTok girl, she's on TikTok because they do it now. Watching college games, they be like, oh yeah, the TikTok star just scored. I don't want that for me. I want me. I want to be me at the end of the day. I don't want to be the TikTok star. Like, and I'm not the TikTok star, but I don't want that to be my image at the end of the day. I love my TikTok, I do, but I don't think it's me. I think it's me when I'm feeling goofy or silly or, I don't know.
Like the way you just broke that down, it kind of reminds me of Will Smith, and like I remember like I was watching one of his shows on his YouTube channel, wherever, and he was talking about how like with his success, like in his movies and this and that, like Will Smith wasn't necessarily a person no more. It was more of just a character he was portraying himself as, and he said that's why he was facing a lot of different hardships in his own life because he was trying to live up to this character that he was always portraying. You can never really be himself.
Exactly. And that's another thing, like, with TikTok, it's like people think you're always supposed to be happy or, that's celebrities. That's anything with celebrities or like just people being an image on social media. Like people think you're supposed to be happy all the time or, your life's so perfect. And no, it's not. At the end of the day, we're all, even celebrities, we're all regular people. We're all human at the end of the day. So you got to be yourself sometimes. You can't just always be in the spotlight because then you become something you're not. So yeah.
That's so true. Like how do you continue to remain true to yourself and not necessarily get caught up in this character that everybody else perceives you
as? So I want to say, like, at the end of this month will be a year that my first video that went viral. It would be a year. So that's awesome. But how do I stay humbled and human? I would say just because at the beginning of the stage, I was overwhelmed because people were in my comments. Like, I understand why younger stars go off the rail when they get older. I understand because the power they hold at such a young age, people will treat you like gods. And I'm not necessarily saying people were treating me like gods, but people will be in your comments or messaging you or like just trying to be noticed by you. And because they think you are, I would say, perfect. They want something that you got, not even something that you got. Lush is a big thing, I would say. in this day and age. Lust is a big thing. People see stars and be like, oh my God, I want to look just like her. I want to look just like him. And it's like, we all need to be okay with what we look like. Like, you shouldn't try to be some standard that social media has put as beautiful, because at the end of the day, that's not true. That's not true. And at the end of the day, half of those people that, and I'm not against, plastic surgery or anything like that. I'm just saying half of the people that do put more on their bodies or do more and more to themselves to change themselves, it's because they didn't like something about themselves, which is nothing wrong about that. But at the end of the day, like, you can't worship somebody else. You got to love yourself. And what makes me humble is just because when I hear that stuff, I'm like, no, it's not as what glitter. I'm sorry, I can't explain this the way I want to explain it, but everything that glitters is gold. That's basically what I'm saying. Everything that glitters is not gold. And I TikTok only in my happy moments, honestly. When I'm down or depressed or sad about something, I don't TikTok because I don't want to put that energy out. I only do videos when I'm feeling good, because I want to just put out good energy. I just want to put out, and I don't let that stuff get to my head. Compliments I do, but like, I don't let that stuff get to my head, because at the end of the day, I'm doing TikToks just because I'm trying to either remember the happy moment that I'm having right now, or because I feel like I'm happy right now and I just want to TikTok. Literally, I'm using it for the reason why I downloaded it. I'm not using it for anybody else at the end of the day. That's basically what I'm saying. I'm using it as the app it is, not to get views, not to get followers. I'm using it because I literally want to entertain myself sometimes, honestly.
Man, that's so beautiful to hear you talk about how you make sure that when you put out content, it's just to put out more positive energy. Usually you
Yeah.
say the reason why I'm doing this content is to make money off this. I want to monetize this, or I want to leverage this into something else. So it's just like, it sounds so pure when you put it like that.
Yeah, because at the beginning, when I got all the views and I got all the followers, I was just overwhelmed, because I'm like, oh my God, I need to make more videos. I gotta entertain these people. And it wasn't me being me. It was me trying to be something they wanted. And I used to, when I get comments, I used to take it to heart, like, dang, why would they say that? Now people make comments today and I'd be like, okay, you're either getting blocked or I'm just going to ignore this because I don't got time for the negativity. But yeah, like, I don't let it get to my head. And that's another thing. I was like, okay, I'm going to have to make a viral video because I want money. I want the money. But then I just lost it, because it's like, and then I went on like 3 months without making any videos, because this is like, I did not feel good. And it's like, I'm not about to make videos when I don't feel good. And this is not me. And I'm doing it for the people. I'm doing it for all the wrong reasons. Once I felt like myself again, it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to make TikToks because I feel good. I'm not making them for anybody. If they don't like them, they don't like them. I'm still going to keep them on my page. Like, I'm doing it for the why I got the app anyway, for my own entertainment at the end of the day. So yeah.
How did you navigate out of that dark, heavy space that you was in for those 3 months?
I kind of like the first month and a half, the first 2 months, it was kind of like, sometimes you push away your problems, and you never want to push away your problems. Don't ever do that. If you got problems, you need to face them head on. You need to get it over and done with. You need to be honest with yourself. And I wasn't being honest with myself, and I didn't feel good with who I was becoming either, but I just tucked them under the rug and I faked it every day. And you don't want to fake it, because if you fake it every day, you're not being yourself, and you're just going to make yourself more unhappy. So what I did is basically I started going on YouTube and watching motivational videos, and I meditated more, and I even watched videos that just show me and tell me how to get out of this dark hole. And it helped a lot. Like I even got a journal where I write every morning how I'm feeling. That way I start my morning on a clean slate. I can get how I'm feeling and I can get out how I'm feeling and start my day on a clean slate. And it helped me. It has helped me so much because it feels like I'm talking to somebody. I feel like I'm talking to my own therapist, even though I'm not getting advice back. It feel like I'm getting it out. In the first month and a half, first 2 months, I wasn't talking to nobody. I was letting them thoughts wander in my head, and they kept just circling, and they were getting nowhere. They were just in my head. And negative talk is stronger than you think. Like, if you train yourself and let negative talk continue to happen in your life, it's just going to become a part of you, and you can't let that be in you. You can't. You got to have positive talk. You need to talk to you like you're your own best friend, like you're loved. Like it's a big factor to how you operate every day. If you're talking negative to yourself, all you're going to have is negative thoughts. If you're talking positive about yourself, you're going to have a good day because you're talking positive to yourself. So that's how I got myself out of that dark hole. I just, stay positive about things. And eventually I got back to myself and I felt good. I felt new. And I just been feeling good ever since.
Man, I like the way you worded that when you said you felt new, because I can really relate to that. Because I remember when I started back, like writing poems and stuff again, like I was like talking about all these dark emotions, like these heavy emotions, It's like, damn, like, all right, cool, like I got it out. And then after that, like I'm reading, I'm like, damn, like I was really going through it. So then, like I started like writing more positive poetry, and like I could just like see like my world around me start to transform. Like I just saw things just flowing better and going way better. I was like, oh, okay, like this is the key. This is the start to something. It's like when I was doing that, writing more positive, I started speaking to myself in a more positive manner. And that really changed things, to make things even better. So it's like, oh, like this is the way of like I don't have to like talking negative about myself doesn't make me humble. It just makes me I'm just disrespecting myself. And that's not any type of love. And it's like I wouldn't let nobody else talk to me like that. So why I'm gonna talk to myself like that? You know?
Exactly. Talking positive to yourself, it gives you a way of direction. It gives you hope. It gives you faith. If you talk negative, all it does is put you down more and more. All it does is put you down, and it's not going to get you anywhere. So if you talk positive, you'll get somewhere. You'll get somewhere. Guaranteed, you'll get somewhere. You're not going to stop in that. If you talk negative, you're not going to go anywhere but backwards. Literally. If you talk positive, I bet 100% you're going to go forward. You're going to go upward. You're going to get somewhere better than you were before if you talk positive to yourself.
Man, I couldn't have said that any better at all. Because it's like this is amazing, man. Just to see the world around me really transform. Like, oh snap! Like, oh, this is happening right now. Like, wait, what? And like everything's just starting to line up. Damn, I should have been doing this. Why am I so late to the party?
Exactly, because no one tells us this. No one tells us this for real. But yes, that's why I'm not worried about what's next, because I'm not about to pressure myself. I'm not about to rush myself. But yeah, I'm not worried at all because I know that whatever is gonna happen, I know God got me at the end of the day.
All right,
Yeah.
that's big facts right there. And it's like as a young woman, like how does it feel to know like there are younger females, younger girls that are really looking up to you?
How does it feel? At first, I would I used to be embarrassed, and I feel dishonored, and I just, I didn't like it. I was just like, who am I? Like, why? Like, who am I to them? Like, they shouldn't look up to me. That's all I used to talk to myself. But now, today, I'll be like, okay, Aaliyah, like, yeah, they look up to you. Like, you've been in college, you played basketball in college, you use a good role model. I feel honored now. I feel thankful for everything that I've been through and just the direction I took, honestly. And I feel like I don't know. I feel like all the hard work paid off. Uh, I don't know. Like it's weird. It's weird because I still feel like a little kid to myself. I feel like a kid myself, not a little kid, just a kid.
Yeah.
And day by day, I know adulting's gonna hit me, but I don't know. I feel honored. I love it. I love it because I'm a humble person. I really am a humble person. I don't I feel normal. I feel regular, and that's how it should be. But I feel happy that I'm a role model.
Yeah. It's kind of
Yeah.
like it's such a fulfilling feeling knowing that you're having like a positive impact on the individual, no matter who that person is. And just the thing like, wow, like me just being me is really impacting this person's world. Like, wait, what?
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. And I love it that sometimes, and that's how I know I've impacted people because sometimes people believe in me more than I believe in myself. And sometimes
Mm.
you need people like that sometimes because then it pushes you to become better. It really does. Because people do believe in me sometimes more than I believe in myself. And it makes me want to do stuff because I feel like I'm capable. I'm capable because they already think I can do it. Why don't you think you can do it? So it pushes me. It makes me happy. And it just shows that I'm the only person holding myself back sometimes.
Ooh, man.
Yeah.
In real life be you versus yourself, you know? And that's like the toughest opponent to go against, you know, because like everybody else, you know, like, oh, if I do this or if I do this more, like I'm gonna win. That's just their weakness and this and so forth. But it's like, damn, like like you know everything about yourself that nobody else knows, you know, and you start to use that against yourself. So it's like, damn, like I'm pigeonholing myself right now.
Very true. Very true. Sometimes I overthink so much, and my mom would be like, Aaliyah, like you're overthinking. Like it's not even that deep. No one's even worried about you like that. Like sometimes she made me realize like, okay, like you need to chill. Like just do it. Just go ahead and see how it is because it's not even that bad.
Mhm. That's so true. Like hearing you say what your mother tells you got me thinking about the rule of 10, you know. They say 3 people gonna like you, 3 people not gonna like you, but 4 people just indifferent. They don't care
Yeah,
either.
exactly. Yeah. Got you into doing podcasts?
Mm, it's kind of like it's like a mix. It's a mixture of things, you know. Justin like telling me like, bro, we should do a podcast. I'm like, okay, like cool. Sure. But like I was like just like brushing them off, like, all right, cool, like that's what's up. And then like I was watching like I've always watched podcasts like since I was in high school, since like my sophomore year of high school. And I was watching this one podcast with Matt Barnes and he had Charlemagne the God on. And like Charlemagne was talking about like his favorite, like his top 5 rappers or whatever, and he said Jay-Z, and then he said the reason why Jay-Z is his favorite, one of his favorites, because he always documents like the things he said in his music is him documenting like how he feels at that moment of time. That's like always like a piece of history like etched out. I thought I'm like, damn, like that's dope. And I'm like, bro, like one day like I'm gonna have kids and stuff like shit. I want to be able to do that, you know. And like I started like journaling and stuff. So all right, so my kids can like look back and forth at this, and then thinking like, oh snap, like it'll be dope if like some people like heard some of the conversations I have with the people that I'm like really close with. Cause I think like, damn, like the shit this person just said, that shit was just dope. You know, like it's helping me, so I'm pretty sure it'll help somebody else. You know?
Right.
So like that's like that was like the reason why I started like podcasting in general. But then like the reason I started doing like this show is because like I was thinking like, oh my, it would be dope for people to hear the conversation I have with my friends, but also being able to just to check in on people like I don't really get to talk to every day. But I'm like, I still care about it. Like, I'm cool with, you know, but like I know life happens, so like we're not able to always catch up, you know. So like that was one of the reasons why I started this show. And another reason I started this show is because I feel like there's so many people in our age group that sometimes get lost, you know, and like don't know what to do next. And it's like showing like it's okay. Like a lot of us don't know what we're doing next, but like we're still like navigating through it, and like we're still like uh, going through this phase and making it through on the other side, you know.
Absolutely. That's dope. That's dope. I love all your reasons too. I love them.
Thanks.
That is
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. That was a good question, man. Keep them going.
what gets you going every day?
Mm. Just like working towards being the best version of myself, you know, and like being that person. Like I've started thinking about this like within the last couple of months or so, like being the person I always wanted to be, you know, because like one day I was just thinking like, damn, like I'm kind of doing like all the things I ever told my mom, like, mom, this is what I'm gonna do when I get older. You know, it's not I might not be at the highest level at it, but it's like I'm still doing it. So it's like, damn, like that shit feels fulfilling in a sense already in itself. So it was like, bro, I'm really like me. Like I enjoy being me. And it's like, what? And then like that gives me a sense of happiness, like it's like internal. So I'm not really dependent on somebody else. Like I need this person to validate me and tell me this so I can feel happy and so forth. But it's like, damn, like I'm getting it for myself. You know,
Yeah.
so that's
I
that's
think that when you're able to be comfortable with yourself.
yeah, like it took me a while to get to this space, but it's like I'm happy that I'm here now, you know, and it's just like, bro, like, this shit is it's dope. Like it's great. You know, like it's not the easiest thing to do, but it's like once you're doing it, like it feels great. Like, and it's like nobody can really take it away from you, you know, because you're not dependent on somebody to give it to you, you know.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the best part about it too. You don't need validation from nobody because it's fulfilling for yourself. Like you're absolutely right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
I'm another question.
Okay, okay.
Ah, and you said you played football. What made you start football? What's your story?
The reason why I started playing football is because I saw like a video clip of Brett Favre and like Tony Romo, like two NFL quarterbacks, and like they was smiling like on the field, and I was like in elementary school, I'm like, oh, son, like they're smiling, they're happy. So I was like, wow, if I do that, like I'm automatically gonna be happy, and I'm always gonna be smiling. So I was like, I gotta play football to be happy. So like I'm gonna go play football because I want to smile. So like
Absolutely.
that was like that's how I started playing, man.
That's awesome. That is awesome. You seen them smiling. You was like, "Hey, that's got to be me. That's what's up, huh?"
Yeah, cause like I see them smile, I'm like, bro, like if I do what they do, I'm gonna be smiling. I'm bet say less. Like I want to smile, I want to be happy. But then like when I started playing, like I realized, oh shit, like this it's levels to this.
Right.
You
Right.
know?
Physical.
I, yeah. Like I'll tell you this, like I remember like my first time ever putting football equipment on, like, and we did, like the first day we did like hitting drills, like leading up to like I'm outside playing football, having so much fun. I'm like, oh snap, this shit about to be easy, bro. Like I'm about to be the next Walter Payton, you know? But then like put on equipment and then like it wasn't that at all. it wasn't it wasn't that simple, it wasn't that sweet, you know? And I remember like the first time I ever got tackled, I was just like I almost started to cry. I was like, I started to tear. I was like, bro, do I really want to do? Like, I'm just looking. I was like, bro, ain't nobody, everybody cool with this. But then, like, I was like, fuck, like, I made it. I can't quit now. And then I just kept on going. Then eventually, like, I felt the love for the game. Like at first, man, I was ready to say, fuck this. I was so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah. Earlier you said one of your reasons where you did this podcast to, talk to other people our age and see, how they're doing and everybody's going through this, stage where you kind of lost. You kind of like, you don't know which direction or which, way you're gonna go. What made you realize everybody else was in that same boat? And then also like how your phase and getting through what you have to, after school, how you approach that too.
Yeah, like the reason why I realized everybody was going through is because uh, it's gonna sound crazy. Like a conversation like I had with my ex girlfriend. Like I remember like she was telling like she was telling like about her post college depression. I'm like damn like that shit. Tell like but I was like still in school, so I'm like I really can't relate to it. So I'm like okay like that's tough. Like that shit sucks, you know. But it was just like word of mouth, you know. But then when I started to go through, I was like damn. I get it. I get it now. Like, I see what she was speaking on. I see her perspective. I understand her perspective now. And I was like, shit. And then like also like talking to like some of my other friends like who just graduated and stuff like that. They was talking about the same thing. Like the ones that uh didn't get their next step, like everything got like wiped out, whatever, because of like COVID and stuff. Like everybody had to like restart and reset, like we was like shit, like what the fuck, like what do we do now? You know, because a lot of us we had like, all right, we got our dots lined up. All right, this is what we have to do. Boom, 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 bop, and we're gonna be straight. You know, but then like when COVID wipes that out, it's like shit, like fuck, like what am I gonna do now? And it's like shit.
Right.
Now I'm just like lost. Like shit, what is next? You know, and then like you see like everybody else. Like for me, like I saw everybody else going back to school. It's like all right, cool, but it's like shit, like what am I doing with my life? You know, like
Right.
I'm back to where I started from, where I never wanted to, and I never wanted to be there again. But I'm here, and it's like fuck, like I felt stuck, I felt trapped. I'm like, bro, like shit, like something has to give. But like there's a moment, like, shit got real, like I ain't say dark, but it got heavy. It's like, bro, like I feel like I'm drowning. But like, eventually, like I got out of that phase by just taking things day by day and like talking with individuals that I'm close to and like us like just talking about life really. And then like also seeing like how other people are transitioning, pivoting in their life also. And like seeing that, all right, they're making a way. And it's like, all right, cool. Like, I can find a way. I could try to make a way, like at least try. And then I got to a point to where like, all right, even if everything blow up in my face, like I have to at least try. And when I got to that point, like things started to get better for me. And it wasn't like just like an overnight thing. Like it took a while to get going, you know, but it's like once I started, I was like, okay, like I like this. Then like the way I started to change the way I started to measure certain like success and like winning, you know, because like when you're an athlete, like usually you know you're winning or that you won because you see a scoreboard, you know, but when you're
Yeah.
not on that field, you're not on that court no more, like you have to define what winning is for yourself, you know, and that's very hard to do because winning is different for everybody. And like finding and learning what's winning for you, like that should help me a lot too.
Yes, I'm glad that you said that too, because it's at the end of the day, it's how you perceive things too, how you
Mm,
view. That's a big because if you're not appreciative of the little things, then it's gonna be hard. It's really gonna be hard. You gotta be appreciated. You gotta appreciate and be thankful for what you got too, and take it step by step with everything. But I understand everything that you just said too. Cause like, yeah, conversating with people my age too, I just be like, oh yeah, you going through it too? Like, awesome. Like, what are you doing? Not awesome, but like,
yeah.
wow, awakening, because it's like, dang, like you're not the only one out there. And if you talk to people, y'all both, you can see that it's normal and it's okay.
Yeah, man, like that's so true. And also like something else that helped too is like seeing like other people that I know, like seeing them win and like, oh snap, like my boy doing what? Oh snap,
Mm-hmm.
she doing what? Like what? So like it shows that okay, this is possible, like it is very attainable. You know, like, all right, cool. Like I might not have that victory right now, but like I'm working towards it. And, like eventually, I'm going to be in that space. And it's like that eventually, like just feels good enough for right now to keep me working and keep me grinding right now.
Yep. Like earlier you said, it's me versus me. And you got to understand that you're running your own race. It's not a
Mm,
competition with anybody. It is not a competition between anybody but yourself. And you got to run your own race, even if the pace is slow. Even if the pace is slow, that's okay too, because you're working up to something. So,
man, that's so true. Cause like over like the last month or so, like I've really been like I was a Nipsey Hussle fan, you know, but I never really watched like all his interviews before, like in the past. Like I've watched like his Breakfast Club interviews and I watched his Big Boy interview like because of like the two like major hip hop YouTube channels and stuff, you know, radio shows and stuff. But then like I started to like do like a deep dive on like all his other interviews on other shows, like on other independent channels and stuff. I'm like, oh okay, and I started like to apply like the things that he was saying like in those videos, and it was like, bro, like that shit is like real, like his slogan, a marathon. You know, it's like, bro, like life is a marathon. And, like you just have to keep on going. Like I remember, like in one of his interviews, he said the only thing that's different between me and whoever else is going through this is I didn't stop. I just kept on going. And like, bro, like that persistence, that consistency, like it goes a long way.
really does. It really does. You're going
It's
to
like
get some.
yeah, and it's like when you're consistent, like you start to learn things, you know, like you start to learn about the field, whatever field you're in, you know, okay, you start to learn the nuance of things. And then like after you start to learn the nuance, you start to learn like, all right, what works best for me in this situation? Like, all right, this is how normally they say handle it like this, but it's like, all right, handling like that doesn't work for me. But if I handle it this way, like oh, I'm gonna be straight, you know, 'cause, like,
Exactly.
you don't learn much by being on the sideline. You have to be engaged in the game. You gotta be out
Yep.
there.
What you said?
That's like you have to be out there. Like you have to be playing because like otherwise you just sit on the sideline. Like you can like just talk. Like man, that shit eat like well, I swear if I was in the game, like I'll do this move, do this and that, and like that shit going in. Like I've seen like on the side, I've seen different like football players. I play football. Like one of say, bro, why you running around like that, man? Why you ain't just in tackling? Why you just? But it's like you're not you're doing all this criticism from the sideline. It's like, all right, if you was to get in the field, you used to be playing right now, what would you was gonna do differently? You
Exactly.
know? So it's like, come on now.
Exactly. And plus, I feel like people got to realize everybody deal with their different type of hardships. Like
Mm,
everybody own hardships. Like people that are playing a sport right now, they have to deal with that. That's hard for them. But somebody that is working every day and got bills to pay, that's hard for them. Like it's just everybody got different types of hards too. But like you said, like doing it, going and doing it, the consistency, that's gonna get you somewhere. That's gonna get you somewhere. You going out there gonna show you what works for you and what doesn't work for you. But at least you went out there and did it at the end of the day. you expand and you basically uncovering what is out there for you.
Yes, and it's like within that consistency, you start to find confidence, and like when you start to have that confidence, you find that love. It's like when you have that love, like you can just go further than you ever thought or dreamed you could. Like that's when you have that when you have that love for something, like that's when you start to go beyond any limits that you thought was there.
You telling facts. Very, 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 very true.
Yeah, it's like man, like I've been in like it's kind of different, like when you going through it. So it's like, bro, like it makes you appreciate each and every little thing like a lot
Yes.
more. Because like
Yes.
at first, it's easy to take things for granted, or even to take people for granted. But like when you actually go through a certain situation, like oh snaps, like it makes you appreciate, like you find a deeper appreciation.
Yes. Yes. It opens your eyes up. It really does open your eyes up because you see how far you have came, where you were and where you at now. And it shows you what you can do, honestly.
That's facts, and it's like for me, like having like certain friendships and stuff, like. When I came to Upper Iowa, I thought everybody was gonna be like some of the people that I went to high school with. So I'm like, oh, this is about to be dope. Like everybody's like this. I know everybody around me. When I went to high school, like we so close and this and that. But then like when I got to URU, it wasn't that, and I was like, damn. But then like that damn made me appreciate everybody else that was in my life before. Like damn, like I was kind of taking them for granted, thinking everybody's gonna be like that. But like no, that's not everybody. That's just them.
Honestly, same with me. Like I'm just so used to like you said, high school and then the junior college I went to. I honestly feel like those girls are my sisters. Literally, my high school team, honestly, all my parents, and I know their parents, and if I seen their parents in person, I would hug them or I would chat with them. I'm just that comfortable. In college, my coach literally just retired like 3 weeks ago, and I went back to the school. I hadn't visited the school since I left it on graduation, and it just felt like I was home. Like just the energy there was awesome, and it just felt like I was home. I went up to my old teammates, and they felt like my sisters. Like I was comfortable with being myself. They accepted me for who I was. I loved it. I just felt them. Like I told them, I'm like, literally the best time of my life was here at this junior college. This was the best time of my life. Like I love you guys, honestly. And I went to Mount Mercy before Upper Iowa. When I got to Mount Mercy, it was nothing like junior college, and it was a different environment. Even Upper Iowa, I felt like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just have chemistry just like that. But it was awakening for me with both schools. It was awakening for me, and I was just like, okay, not everyone is like this. Okay, now not everyone is gonna reach out and try to be your friend. And even if they try to be your friend, like not everyone is here for your best interest. And it was just an eye opener for me. It really was.
Right, that's so true. Like that's how it is. Like for like the guys I ran track with in high school, like I had on my relay teams, like man, like we're like so close, and it's like every time we see each other, we feel like we've been around each other like we didn't miss a beat, and like and that bond is still there. So like when I graduated, I thought, okay, like this how it's gonna be like with my different football teammates and the students I meet and this and that. But it was nothing like that, and it's like since that wasn't like that, it made me appreciate them even more.
Yes. Yes. And it just changes your way of you looking at life too. It's like appreciate the time now, because they could be gone tomorrow and you don't know when the next time you might feel, like you did when you were in that environment at that time that you didn't appreciate at that time. So yeah, I appreciate those times so much more now. And now even today, I'll just be like, oh my God, like that's another thing with me. Time has moved really fast for me. It's moving really fast for me. So like every day I try to appreciate every day, because it's like you're not gonna get it back. You're not gonna get it back.
That's facts. And it's like it kind of reminds me of that Drake song, Emotionless. Cause like those moments when you like I wish, man, like I want this, I want that. And then it's like when you get to having this and that, you wish like, damn, like I miss being at that point. I miss then more than I'm enjoying now.
Yup. So yeah, I'm doing a lot of reminiscing right now, but how I take that on is like you're gonna just have more better futures. Like
Yeah.
you just don't know what's in the future. It's gonna be 10 times better. Like, yeah, that was a good time in life and it was awesome and I appreciate that. But like you can't reminisce on the past
That's
because
right.
you can't get it back.
Yeah, that's true. And it's like even sometimes, like at least for me, like in the past, like, there's been times where I was reminiscing, and like I was starting to not see like the full picture in a sense. Like I've only saw like the best moments, the highlight reels. I didn't see that moment for what it was really for. And I got how like some people like they be like, oh, like I I miss my ex and this and that, but then like like that individual forget like what was that relationship really like at the time? So do you really miss that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. And yes, sometimes it's good that it passed through too, because then you learn a lot too,
That's
which I
right.
definitely
That's
exactly. And sometimes it like I understand that fully. Sometimes people come in your life for a lesson, but like you said, it at the end of the day, you at the beginning, it may hurt, but at the
mm,
end gonna make a better you. It's gonna make a better you because you're gonna become stronger and you're gonna realize, you know, realize that, everyone's not in your favor. And that's another thing that has, humbled me this year and last year. It's just like, you know, sometimes people are not gonna be for you, but that's okay because it's gonna create a better version of yourself because now you're aware.
mhm.
Because he was not aware. Now you're aware that there's people out here like that. There are people out like, and now you can protect yourself. Now you can see that whenever it comes and approach you the next time, you can see that because you have gone through that and been through that. So at the same time, it's a blessing. It is a blessing. I think it's that some people can be either a blessing or a lesson. I don't know.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I think that's it. I'm not sure though.
Yes, that's exactly it. Yes, that's you hit it right on there.
Yeah, I've met people that have stayed in my life and they have become like my best friend. I met her in JUCO college, and she's actually dating somebody from my hometown. She's not even from here, and she's dating somebody from my hometown that she met through me.
Mhm.
And it's just like, girl, you wouldn't even know him if it wasn't for me. And now you coming to my hometown every weekend because you mess with somebody that is from my hometown. And it's just crazy to me. It really is. But I have received lessons and I have learned my lessons too.
That's facts. And it's like talking about blessings, I feel like now like I'm more in the space to now like really openly receive my blessings. And not necessarily like to receive each and every blessing that God has for me. Because I feel like if God didn't want it for me, like it wouldn't be here. Like this blessing wouldn't be
Right.
presented towards me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Agree. Very much agree. I'm just happy I'm realizing it too. I can understand everything because maybe the younger self would have been like, oh yeah, that was supposed to happen. Like, oh yeah, I'm used to this. But now I'll be like, oh my goodness, thank you God for this. Like, oh my God, like this happened at the perfect timing. Like, that is crazy. This happened at the perfect timing. Like so many like I realize these blessings now and it's just like I'm so thankful and it's just crazy how the world works.
That's facts. Like, what you said, like understanding, like that got me thinking about something my boy Real said. He says like it's okay not to understand because like some things you aren't meant to understand. You just have to be okay with that. And I'm like,
Yup.
oh, like that's so real.
Yup.
Because like it's just okay. Like certain things, certain people may do is like, all right, that's not for me to understand because I'm not that type of individual. So like I just wouldn't do that or think to do something like that. And like that's okay. And like that person's like their own individual.
Yeah. And that to spin off what you're saying, everything happened for a reason. I'm a firm believer that everything does happen for a reason. At the end of the day, everything happens for a reason.
Big facts. That's big facts, man. I like the questions that you're asking me. I must say.
Good, good, good. Let me see if I can find one more. Cause you be spitting facts, you be dropping out. That's why I love your show. Like literally, that's why I love coming to your show. Because like you said, like it's so down to earth. It really is so down to earth.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
No problem. Did you have any New Year's resolutions? I didn't.
Oh, really? Just one, really. Well, two. To execute and elevate, like just that simple. Yeah,
Yep.
because like nothing else really like matters to me like right now. I just want to execute and elevate in all aspects of my life, not just limit to like one part or so forth. But like I just want to execute and elevate in everything that I do. Like it's just that simple, like nothing like
Yeah.
I need to lose 10 pounds or I need to gain 15. There's nothing like that. Just execute and elevate and whatever comes from that comes.
Yes. And then this would be my last question. What would you feel, and I know you explained how you are comfortable with yourself, what is you feel is your best trait that you like the most about yourself? Tough one, because like you said earlier, like we know ourselves best, so that we kind of use that against us. But what self-talk, what is the best trait about yourself?
I'll say it's between three things. My ability to communicate with other people, like just in general, like very open to have conversations with just about anybody. My honesty, because like I'm just honest. Even like I'm so honest to the point like people would think I'm lying, but it's like no, like this is like the complete truth. It might sound crazy, but like no, like this is the truth.
That's
Yeah, because like when I was like in like middle school and high school, like it used to be like so easy to lie, but like that shit is like stressful. Think like damn, what's the lie that I tell and this and that. But it's like it's just so freeing just to be honest. And then I would say my ability to embrace my emotions and stuff, but not necessarily hold on to them. Because when I was younger, like I used to when I would feel something, like I would feel it like days, months, and I'd just be like in such a like I feel so heavy, so weighed down. But like now, like I'm able to like embrace everything, but like not necessarily hold on to them. Like I don't really have like bad days, but like I've had like a bad moment, like or I've been like irritated or angry, but it's like I don't hold on to that feeling so I can mess up my whole day. It's like and like bro, like me being able to do that now, like when I was younger, I never thought I'd be able to do something like that. Like I feel like I'd be like, what? Like Brandon isn't mad no more? Like what? Like I used to be mad like all day. I don't want to talk to him. I don't man, forget this and forget that. And like now it's like I might have like 5 to 10 minutes of that, but it's like, all right, cool, it is what it is. Like I'll just like move forward. And, like in a healthy way, not necessarily just being like I'm nonchalant, I don't care about nothing. It's like, nah, I do care. I did feel that way, but like I was able to let that go.
That
So,
is awesome. Traits are awesome.
yeah,
That's great.
those are my three right there. Like I know you said one, but like those three are like all tied in first place.
Well, it's good that you recognize those too. I love how you said in a healthy way and not nonchalant, because a lot of people do look at pushing their thoughts away as a negative. But like I said, it's your perspective of things. Like you said, 5, 10 minutes, but like at least you acknowledge that, how you feel, and then you get over it. You're not going to let that ruin your day. You're not going to let that determine your day. And a lot of people should have that approach to that. And then I like how you said honesty too, because like you said, it's too easy to lie, but like, I feel like being honest is pure. It really is. Yeah, it's being moral. Like a lot of people, that is a good quality, and that's awesome. It's awesome that you got 3 that you can name off right off your head. That's really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, cause like that's the type of stuff like me and Justin like be talking about. Like if you was to ever like just to hear me and Justin talking like on a regular like day to day, like we'll be talking like, bro, like always at any conversation we have out of nowhere, we're like, damn, like bro, you really, like we'll tell each other, like, bro, you really grown as a person. I can see your growth because like you're not tripping over something like you used to be able to. You would have been devastated about like you're able to process through this and process through that. It's like anything like damn shit, I would have. Yeah, like bro, you're right. And it's like, yeah.
That's the great thing about life. When you having growth, you sometimes you don't even notice, but the point that your friend like pointed that out to you is awesome too. That you got somebody that can also keep you accountable, kinda. He can see in you, and you know, that's a great process to go through too, because now that it's not only you seeing your growth, it's somebody else seeing your growth. So you should feel accomplished by that too.
Yeah, like that's facts. Cause like there's been times like I know Justin has always kept it honest with me, always kept it a buck with me. Like he like, bro, like you tripping right now. And I'm like, damn. I think about it. At first I'm like, no, I'm not. Like I'm thinking, no, I'm not. Like what you talking about? I'm tripping. No, you tripping. And then like, I think about it, and I'm like, yeah, I was tripping. You right. Like yeah, you right. I was tripping. I don't know what my mind was somewhere else.
That comes with growth though too, to keep yourself accountable and to take ownership as well.
That's facts. That's facts. So what's your trait? Like what's your trait? What traits?
Oh Lord, my traits. Some best quality traits of mine, I would say, is that really like these last couple months I've been just trying to really find myself, or like, self-discovery, and just, see what I'm capable of. Like, I don't know. I do exercises to see if I'm like becoming a better person, because at first I like who I was, and it was more like, one of my traits is I like to do good by people. Like I like to satisfy people, but like, be there. So I would find myself, and I'm cutting back on this, but I would find myself going on my way to help people and receive nothing out of it, but either waste my time or end up getting the short end of the stick. So I have cut back on like really going on my way for people, because it would at the end of the day harm me and I would get nothing out of it. So I would say I still like, go out my way to help people, but I don't let people take advantage of me. I'm a people pleaser, and I hated that about myself, because then I'll find myself not being myself because I'm trying to be good in their image, be a nice person in their image. So I think one of my traits is always being like a people pleaser, not even a people pleaser, like just a caring person where at the end of the day it would harm me, honestly. Another good trait of me is that this is very hard. I'll be asking you some hard questions.
No, those are dope questions. Like I enjoy each and every question you ask.
Let's see. Another good trait of mine is that I treat people how I would want to be treated at the end of the day. Like I feel like all of my traits have to do with just making someone feel comfortable at the end of the day. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think what I said. What did I say? I just forgot that quick. What did I just say?
It's like you're very empathetic. Yeah.
There we go. Yes, I'm empathetic. Like, if someone's crying in the room, I'm going to cry with them, no doubt about it. And I try to be there for people, but I'm still doing self-discovery. I can't name off some best traits for myself right now. And that's just me being honest, because I don't feel like I'm lost, but I'm doing the exercises to try to find myself, honestly. I found, yeah.
I completely understand, because it's your life journey, and it's like at each moment you think like, oh, okay, like this is the best me ever. Like, there's more.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest room is the room for improvement. So there's always gonna be this never ending journey of growth, and like it's great, because like sometimes like me and Justin will be saying like, bro, like this how we are now. Think about how we are now compared to where we was 3 years ago. And think about how we're gonna be in 10 years. Like what? Like that's crazy.
Yes, the stage I'm going through right now is just 3 years ago, I would say that girl was super energetic, happy, doing everything she wanted to, no worries. And these last years, I have just opened up like to the world, that this world is, sometimes there's bad things going on in this world. You got to believe, like right now there's a war going on. Like there's bad things going on in the world. Some people are like evil. Like you got to realize some people are evil. There's not people on this earth just like you. So, you got to protect yourself, and, you can't get sucked in. You can't get sucked in.
That's facts. That's facts, man. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the people before we dip off?
At the end of the day, just do what makes you happy. Don't do what based on how your mom, how your sister, how your best friend, how your uncle, how your cousin feel, what you should be doing. At the end of the day, you should do what's best for you. And don't have a rush on it. Take your time, write down or do whatever you need to do to figure out a path and what is best for you.
Man. Okay, man. That's it for the latest episode of Checking In with Brando. If you enjoyed this conversation, go ahead, go check out more original content on All American State of Mind YouTube channel, and go ahead and check out our podcast, All American State of Mind, and go ahead and share with 3 friends and tell your 3 friends to share with another 3. Also, don't forget to rate and review and leave some comments. We love the engagement, and that's it.